Hello my creative friends, Olga Soby here, and today I want to find out, will the open cup technique work with just paint and water mixture? As you might know, when I do my open cup pours or my traveling open cups, I always use Floetrol and water mixture. And today I want to try doing this technique with just paint and water mixture. No Floetrol, no other pouring medium. I'm gonna use my Dutch pour mixture, so it's just paint mixed with water to a pretty fluid consistency. So let's see how that's gonna work out, or if it's gonna work out at all. And for this test, I'm gonna be working on this really small 8x8 panel, and I'll try to create a little nebula on it. So let's get started. Today I'm using blue-violet color as my base, and this color is mixed exactly the same way as the rest of the colors that I'm using. Alright, now I'm gonna add colors to my open cup. First, I'm adding titanium white. Next is red violet. This one is light rose and some gold. Next is King's Blue, and finally Nickel Yellow. It's like a yellow-green color. A touch more gold and white. And yeah, a little more red-violet. All the colors are in, now let's do the travel. Oh wow, the colors are so beautiful. But no cells so far. Let's see what happens when I tilt it and stretch it a bit. The purple-yellow part is stunning. I'm not sure about the other side though. I think I want to work on it a bit more. I like the movement, but I want to add some more of this nickel yellow here. I think it will bring more interest to this section. Okay, I'm very happy about the color composition. Now let's see how this beauty dries. So here is a dry result, all nice and finished. So my first open cup done with just paint and water, it turned out pretty good, but I didn't get really any cells. Well, I got some really tiny and small ones here and there, and the lacing is very nice, but it's nothing compared to what I normally get with my Floetrol and water mixture. So I think I need to experiment just a little more with trying different density and consistency for colors. And in the meantime, I'll just stick to my regular Floetrol and water mixture when I do this technique and when I want to get this active cell action. But I totally love these colors, and the outcome does look like a nebula formation to me. So I just had to finish it with resin and add some stars to it. You can really see them shine and spark up when I move the light source a little bit. Same happens if I rotate the painting. Oh, this is so gorgeous. Wow. You know, it's something I never get tired of looking at. So to create this stars effect, I used these two pigments, Prince and Sunoco's Pocus. So this one is mainly purple and this one is light and multicolor pigments. So to use these pigments, and by the way, I will include names, brand names, links to the products, as well as discount code in the description of this video. So definitely check it out if you also want to give it a try and create this gorgeous effect. So when I want to add stars to my painting, I mix resin and hardener for 3 minutes, just like I normally do. And then I take pigment. After mixing resin and hardener for 3 or so minutes, I take some little spoon or just anything you can scoop out some pigment with, and I take just a tiny amount of it on the tip of the spoon and add it to the resin. Like seriously, this is all you need. So I will take a little bit of this pigment and a little bit of the other one and add it to my resin. Trust me when I say you don't need much, otherwise it looks too busy. So just a tiny bit of those pigments in resin. So just add them in the resin and mix for another 2-3 minutes. And after the mixing, I just pour out the resin with pigments on a canvas or on a panel, and I spread it as regularly for the resin application and torch it. And those pigments, they are really tiny, so they sink in the resin, and the resin dries to this absolutely flat, smooth surface. So it's not like pigments create any bumpy surface, not at all. You can see that it's basically a glass-like finish. So this is how I add resin. This is how I add pigments to my resin, and this is my first outcome with the paint and water. I really hope that you like the outcome. Stay tuned for future experiments, and thank you so much for watching. Happy creating, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!